I owe a bit of an apology to the farming community, apparently, for something I said yesterday, and I said they need to stop whining about IHT. Now, my thought isn't the fact that they're just unnecessarily having a gripe about it. Of course, it's a major issue. Inheritance tax in farms is just going to close farms. It's not going to be any use to anybody. So my point is this. Instead of concerning yourself with the fact that you can't afford to pay tax because your farm doesn't earn any money, would it not make more sense to earn money from your farm? Now, the problem is that, and this is to all farmers, if you keep doing what you've always done, you're always going to get what you've always got, and that's called insanity. It's time to step outside the system. If you produce anything at all for the supermarket supply chain, or any of the mills or anything that you sell large amounts of stuff into, and I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh yeah, but I produce thousands of tons of this, and how would I sell that? This is starting to really grate on me, because what needs to happen is people need to start thinking about what they're producing. Instead of having 500 acres of, of cereal, why don't you start thinking about growing some vegetables? Start producing something you can sell direct to the general public. Don't tell me you can't afford to. Well, here's the fact. You've quite clearly proven you can't afford not to. Otherwise, you wouldn't be having the moan about inheritance tax. And that's not me picking on the farming industry, because unfortunately, we all understand farmers produce our food and we need farmers. The last thing we want is anyone having the right to tell us we're going to have bug burgers, or, you're going to have a carbon credits against the amount of food you can eat. That's nonsense. None of us want that. What we want is to have more farmers producing real food. I did a tour of the country. To all those who don't know, I did a tour of the country for 7 months with my partner. And for 7 months, we went around the country talking to farmers, talking to the public. Let me tell you what we know. Farmers are looking for a way to get more for the produce they sell. The only way that's going to happen is quite simple. You need to sell directly to the public. If you are in the position that you sell to a mill or anyone else, a supermarket, they're going to screw you to the ground. They're not going to give you what you want. They're always going to be working on the context of getting giving you the less possible price for it. What you want is to sell to the public where you determine the price. Now, on the other side of that, the other thing we learned was that the public wants better quality food. And people say, oh, I can't afford to grow without chemicals, Mark. There's no way we can do it. Here's the fact, guys. What we need to do is to grow without chemicals wherever possible. What we need to do is grow without artificial nitrogen and so forth. Start thinking more about what's on your farm. Farm more animals. They give you the muck you need for your ground. They give you your nitrogen for your ground. What we've got to start doing as the farming community is thinking more outside the box like we used to years ago. Stop relying on the big system. Stop relying on the fact that they're going to pay you what they want to pay you. No other industry, not one do I know of, where you would produce something what takes 12 months to produce and then let the buyer tell you what they're going to pay you for it. What insanity has become of this? Guys, farmers, come on, let's work together. We're setting up a new food system. We need farmers to step up to the breach and produce food for that system. Really good quality food. Foodfindershub.org. Go there, look at it. It's already up. It's already getting business for farmers. The public are starting to use it to find local farmers to spend their hard-earned money with. This is the time where we work together and we now crush the supermarket supply chain. Remember, like I said yesterday, 1% they have a meeting in the store. If they lose 2% of their takings, 2%, they have a board meeting, and at 3%, the bank wants to know what's going on and they bloody shut the shop down. They cannot afford to lose a tiny bit of their revenue. We have all the control as the consumers and farmers put together to absolutely smash to bits the supermarket supply chain. And with it, we can create a better food system. Will employ a lot more people, I have to say, would employ a lot more people. You think of the people that used to be employed by the food system. It was massive. Now it's all smashed to grounds by subsidised supermarkets who have no right at all to have an existence on this planet, in my opinion, and they don't care what they poison you with. All they're worried about is making a profit for the shareholders. Everybody sticks together, we can determine where the food supply chain goes in the UK. Guys, foodfindershub.org. Give it a look. Give me your comments. Please like and share. Share this out to every farmer you know, because we've got to get the message out. Guys, I'm relying on you now to do the next bit. I've done the video. We've built the website. Please help us. Tell people about the website, and most of all, get farmers to engage in producing something really nice for the plate. Big love to you all.